some uncool people decided to sort of call them sanskari people because they could not deal with it. अरे यार अभी ये सूरज बरजात्या की फिल्म है, अरे सूरज बरजात्या की पैर की जूती के बराबर नहीं हो तो.
The respect that he has for, say, Kher Sahab or Bachchan Sahab, and he will show as much respect to any other unit member. He will speak with the same tone of voice.
अमित इधर आना यार, यहाँ तो बैठ ना, तो कैसे करें तो मजा. उसके बाद जैसे ही शॉट करता बता सर जी मैंने ज़्यादा जोर से तो नहीं बोला आपको, प्लीज़ सर माफ़ कर देना सर, सॉरी सर.
When I saw Saransh, that movie really inspired me, especially for an actor. He just comes in at the age of 27 and he just throws it out of the ballpark, hits it out of the ballpark. And you go, what the hell just happened?
Anupam Kher and Boman Irani, thank you so much for joining me on ETimes. It's lovely seeing two senior actors of such stature sitting opposite me, and I'm really honored to speak to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anupam, this is not your first film with Surajji. It's your second home, I think.
Yes, it is.
So can I ask you that, has Suraj changed over the years straight away?
No, he's become better and better and better. But as a person, he's in the same mold of being the most amazing human being that I have met in all these years of my life. He's more simpler, in fact. He's more calmer.
Is that even possible?
He is, because the fact that he chose to make a film like this, that means he is also liberated himself of wanting to make a certain kind of cinema, depending on whether this film will do or not. This is the result of my conversations with him.
Yeah.
He said after pandemic, he just wanted to make a film which he believed in. He was not going to direct this film first, somebody else was directing, but then he thought that he will direct it. And he is... he's in the epitome of peace, I would like to say. I don't know how peaceful he himself is, but at least from what we interacted with him about and how, it's a joy, it's really blessings to be working with him.
I completely agree with you. To make a film of such kind in today's times, what we see is, there are no relations in the movie.
Yes.
There's no father, there's no mother. The hero resides in which city you don't know, forget the country.
Right.
So it is a joy. It is definitely a joy. Aman, what say you?
About Surajji?
Yeah.
Oh, I can write a book. Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. Patience, humility, and what a craft. I think he never tells you how to say a line. Never. This should be of course he trusts the actor, but what he would do every morning, and I think it's important, we've not mentioned this in any other interview, but he'll go to every van, and he'll spend about half an hour in each van, and he'll just sit and he'll start. So today's scene, but he'll start with talking about some other scene. Initially it was very confusing. So it starts, so फिर ये होता है, फिर अमित बोलता है ओम ओम, और तू फिर गुस्सा होता है, फिर आप लोग चले जाते हैं और हम लोग बोलते गाड़ी में बैठ जाते हैं. हम से फिर आज का सीन कौन सा है? फिर गाड़ी में बैठ के आप लोग चलते और फिर जाते सीधे डैनी जी के घर पे. वहाँ पे डैनी जी बोलते ऐसे ऐसे करना पड़ेगा. And finally, after about 20 minutes, he'll come to the scene we are shooting on that day. And he's experienced this for me. I'm saying, why is he telling us all this? Just so that you have a momentum to enter that scene with the right mood, emotion, and body language or whatever. Acting becomes so much easy. Yeah. But you have to have the patience to do that. To do that with every single person, every van. Everybody is told something individual, and then maybe as a group he'll tell us certain instructions. But the kindness that he has, the respect that he has for, say, Kher Sahab or Bachchan Sahab, and he will show as much respect to any other unit member. He will speak with the same tone of voice with everybody else. And I'm not saying there are some people who are stars and some people are important and some people who are... No.
Technical crew also.
Technical crew, anybody. I've said this before. He'll tell everybody individually the shot is okay. Shot okay. Sir, shot okay. Kher Sahab, shot okay. Amit ji, shot okay. Sarika ji, shot okay. It turns and sees there was a guy with the fog machine. Zameen pe baitha hai, fog machine ka wo on off karke. Beta, बहुत अच्छा किया fog, shot okay. हाँ beta. Who has patience. I'm not saying humanity तो आप सब, but who has the patience to be so kind to people? तो आप सूरज जी के बारे में बोलो तो don't get me started because हमें घर भी जाना है. Don't get me started. Really, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
a
amazing.
fan.
It's amazing from fifth assistant in Saransh to Uunchai to see him grow is a beauty. ये चेंज ही नहीं हुए हैं. 1947 15 अगस्त को देश आज़ाद हुआ था. इन्होंने they established Rashtriya Production, and in 75 years they have made 60 films. They are national treasure. How they have maintained the same, they have always made the film that they believed in, which is about the culture that we believe in. They believe and they practice about things. So much so that at a certain point, I think some uncool people decided to sort of call them sanskari people because they could not deal with it. But I think to be like that...
Oh, they're not capable of it.
They're not capable of understanding that. So they slaughtered because they like to slot people.
Yeah.
कि ये यार, अरे यार, अब ये सूरज बरजात्या की फिल्म है. अरे सूरज बरजात्या की पैर की जूती के बराबर नहीं हो तुम. अब उन्होंने ये फिल्म बना दी, अब इसके बाद क्या करेंगे लोग? So I think it's a wrong question to start with because the whole interview will finish in that only.
No, but honestly speaking, fifth assistant in Saransh, your journey also begins from there.
Yes.
And your journey is also in Uunchai. Because
I like to believe that.
Where you are right now,
yes,
you're everywhere, whether it's any kind of film, any language, any country, you've been there.
God has been kind. And also I never gave up. It's not that one has not seen ups and downs in life. One has seen too many ups and downs in this 38 years. There are times when I came back from New York, I was away from New York, from India for 2 years. I suddenly came back to no work. And not because people thought that I'm going to be in New York for something, so they did not think about me being part of their film. So it takes a little time to realize. And I was ready to do anything. And out of blue, I had to decide between Kirron's illness and continuing in New York, what is it that I need to do. So I decided to come back and be with her. But if I had been there, I would have not got Kashmir Files, I would have not got Uunchai. So even if then something which is not right for you at that time has happened, it's at the end of it will give you something. So it's fantastic. It's a great, because you don't give up. I am never going to give up on anything. I'm not going to sit down and sort of say, luckily भगवान हाथ पांव ठीक रखे तो हम तो सड़क पे जाके मदारी की तरह डुगडुगी बजा के भी थिएटर कर सकते हैं. उसके लिए मादा होना चाहिए, उसके लिए वो जज्बा होना चाहिए, उसके लिए वो 3 साल जो मुंबई में काम करने से पहले गुजारे हैं, जब काम मिला, वो बहुत ज़रूरी है.
But your priorities are right, what you're saying.
Because I do things which will make me happy, which I believe in. I will not live a life which some people will tell me that this is a better way of living life. So I need to be first popular with myself, then only I can be popular with Vicky, I can be popular with so and so. It's important to be popular with so and be proud of the fact that you are the person that you are. And also yet be open if somebody you have great respect for his opinion or her opinion, कि अगर इन्होंने बोला यार ये ठीक नहीं आपने किया, listen to it and say okay, I'll change that about myself.
Kirron ji's recovery, is that one of the biggest victories?
For her, in the sense for me it is the biggest relief. Touch wood that she is, her cancer is in remission and she is a fighter. She has started work again in Chandigarh. She was in the judge in India's Got Talent. The human spirit is much more stronger than any other thing. That's what I said, no? Giving up is not an option. And then you become, because you are known, you become role models for people. You become a strength. आज मुझे किसी ने कनाडा से एक नंबर पे मैसेज किया है कि सर my wife has been discovered with this thing and she is going through some problem. Can you please tell Kirron ji to record a message for her so that she can listen to it and she can have hope.
Yeah.
So
it helps.
It heals and it helps, I'm sure. And that's what the film is about. About healing. That 3 friends are wanting to feel healed because the fourth friend's desire and wish was that we should go to Everest base
So
camp.
were you an indulgent husband, a very cautious one, don't start so early, go slow?
No, I left it. I was worried. Of course, anybody who comes to know about something like this, because the word C word is somehow made into a big thing. But today the science and the medical this thing has become so amazing, and she was very lucky to have wonderful doctors here in Bombay in Kokilaben Hospital. That you can only, you see, a person who is unwell, he or she goes through a lot of loneliness. You can never actually feel what they are going through.
Yeah.
Even in COVID, when my mother was kept in isolation in a hospital, I was sitting downstairs and not able to do anything. And somebody is upstairs, an 84-year-old woman is sitting upstairs where doctors are also, nurses are also coming in a kit. How can you sort of deal with that? You can only sort of say that, I will record messages on a on a video, and I'll request the doctor, please tell her I am downstairs waiting for her. Because she used to feel that, तू मेरे साथ क्यों नहीं बैठा है? अब उनको पता नहीं था. So similarly, you can be a great support for people, for friends. I lost a very dear friend of mine, Sujata, who was a friend of mine for a long time. And she was in the hospital, and she just one day before I don't know why we are talking about this, but it's about human spirit. One day before the show, before she passed away, she made a FaceTime call to me, and it's not going out of my system. And she said, "You think I'll come back home?" It was her last conversation with me. So I said, "Of course you can. You will come back." But what I'm trying to say is that this film gave us a lot of peace. This film gave us a lot of courage. This film gave us a belief in ourselves.
I think the same happened with him.
It's a therapeutic it was. Yeah.
Same happened with you. You also underwent a personal crisis.
Yes.
How could you do it then? You know, such a physically daunting film.
I don't think physical daunt, I don't know if that's the right word.
But that's the only cure.
Yeah, it's a healing. It's the healing that helps. So to get out of that thing and saying, stop, I'm saying to myself, if I didn't get up and go there, how long was I going to curl myself under a blanket and sleep and weep? How long? And you think the person who is gone is happy seeing you like that. And these would have not happened had I not done Uunchai. It took me. It's not still not over. It's taken me a long time to get to terms. Saying, my God.
This film is going to. Sorry to interrupt. This film is because we are going in a topic which is
a little dark.
Which is, I think this film is going to heal people.
Yeah, but that's the underlying.
Yeah, but I think we need to.
Yeah,
I know. But when we are talking to you, I think we need to come back to Uunchai again and reaffirm the faith in Rajshri Productions, in Sooraj Barjatya, in the entertaining way.
In ourselves.
And we are ordinary people who do this. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि हम वहाँ पर कुछ उड़ते हुए गए हैं या सुपर हीरो की तरह गए, हम ऐसे ही गए, घुटने का दर्द लेके गए हैं, और मतलब जो कैरेक्टर्स को था और वो हमको भी होता था, सांस फूलता था, वो तो सबका फूलता था, यंग लोगों का भी फूलता था. तो वो व्हाट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस थिंग, इट्स नॉट अबाउट 3 strong powerful men who go there. It's people who you will know that they may not be able to make it, and yet they make it.
But the dance which you all have done with Amit ji, I had texted you also.
Yes.
It's out of the world. How could you all be so much in sync, and how did you all do it? I mean, it must have been fun.
Of course, but when they first showed it to us, everybody, ये क्या कैसे करेंगे?
आज शबीना का मैंने इंटरव्यू कहीं पढ़ा है, उसने लिखा कि they were like school children trying to rehearse.
But rehearse किया, बहुत rehearse किया. डैनी साहब तो बहुत rehearse करते थे.
हाँ, डैनी साहब तो घर पे बुला के rehearse
करते थे.
अच्छा.
हाँ. और अलग-अलग हम लोग रिहर्सल करते रहते थे. Between दूसरे दिन की कुछ अलग शूटिंग हो रही है, लेकिन there would be a choreographer कम चलना between. अमित जी तो छोड़ेंगे नहीं.
Tell me one scene, both of you, with Amit ji, which does not disappear from your eyes. The best one.
The scene where he does without his glasses, he's sitting over there and
जो गाने में.
आज गाने में. Oh my God! It's haunting. And we're thinking, what just happened in front of our eyes? We have seen so much. We've performed with him. We've acted with him. We've done dramatic scenes. We've seen him as a youngster, as a child. I've seen him. Suddenly in front of me, sitting here, I have just shouted at him because I just shouted. And then he sits over there and tells us his reason. And we're looking at each other and...
Yeah. He had two scenes, one after
Back
the
to
other.
back.
And both बहुत अच्छे किए हैं
वो scene without when he's sitting without the glasses.
हाँ.
When he's sitting there and he's smiling. That was mesmerizing for me.
But is it easy to do these scenes where if you have to lose your temper, or
It's the
if you
most
shout at
difficult thing
somebody
in the
who's
world
got
to
it
do.
off?
It's the most difficult thing in the world to do. Because then you've got to say, no, I am a actor, I'm Javed Siddiqui, I've been friends with him for 50 years, we've done a lot of nonsense together, I think of all the nonsense we've done together, and then you can shout. But you've got to get into that moment. I wouldn't call it method acting, or call it whatever you want. But you have to stop thinking that way. You have to stop, you can't be...
But one of the joys for me was that we could do that with him as a character of Om Sharma and Javed Siddiqui, because Amit ji demands a certain amount of adulation and respect and things like that. Luckily, his name was Amit only.
No, unluckily.
नहीं for me, तो मेरे तो मजा आता था in a way, in a sweet way, it was be nice. अमित इधर आना यार, यहाँ तो बैठना, तो कैसे करें, तो मजा. उसके बाद जैसे ही शॉट करता होता, सर जी मैंने ज़्यादा जोर से तो नहीं बोला आपको, प्लीज़ सर माफ़ कर देना सर, सॉरी सर. So I think yeah, it's in every way this film is it's cathartic. And that's what it's going to be for the audience also.
Absolutely.
So according to you, which is the best film that Rashi Productions has made?
Plenty. I think somebody
If I
asked
ask
me
you
this
to take a tough call and put your finger on one.
I have seen Uunchai. So I think that Uunchai is one of the best films of Rashi Productions.
Okay.
Because I have personal reasons for that. Because its philosophy matches with the philosophy of my present state of mind.
Okay.
Of never giving up, of hope, of compassion, of not taking life so seriously, not taking yourself so seriously, and friendship. So I think, and also the way it's mounted, the way today can be compared with any modern film. The work that has gone into it, the team that has come there is amazing. Every department is so perfect in it. And of course, there are movies like Piya Ka Ghar, Dosti, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, Maine Pyar Kiya. I had loved Maine Pyar Kiya. So there is no end to that.
Boman, your favorite?
So Dosti, I have 3 films to talk of. Dosti, because the music still will remain forever and ever. Saransh, because when I saw Saransh, I felt maybe it's time to join films. Took me many years to get there, but it really inspired me. That movie really inspired me, especially for an actor. I wanted to be an actor and I did not know how to fit in. But when he just comes in at the age of 27 and he just throws it out of the ballpark, hits it out of the ballpark, and you say, what the hell just happened? And with great humility, I'll say, even though it's not released, but I have seen the movie like he has seen the movie. This is it's an experience that I don't think it's even a film. Let's not even call it a film, it's an experience.
And it has brought both of you also very close to each other. As
Yeah,
friends.
we were like a pause button. We had left it where we started all over again. But we must say that we are much more closer now without using of words. And so it's been a pleasure, and we look forward to. We've been promoting this film since 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's it's 8 o'clock, non-stop speaking to people, but we are still, whatever 1 hour, 15 minutes we get, we have a chat and we rejuvenate ourselves.
Very glad to hear that. We all are going to see this movie. At least I am seeing it on 11th itself.
Lovely.
And I wish
But will you go alone?
No, I'll go with my family.
Please, yes.
Of course, please go with your family.
Wish you all the best, and thank you so much for talking to me.
Mr. Lalbani.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.